Hey there, we're taking a look at Genshin Impact running on the AMD Athlon 200GE. Now this is running of course on the VEGA 3 and it is set to 720p with the lowest settings, but the resolution scaling is set to 100%. So you are getting the full 720p resolution. The performance is passable for the most part. You can get away with playing the game like this. I personally had no issues playing like this. I had a perfectly fine time. It is fully playable. You're obviously not going to have a 60 FPS average, as you can see, but it's for the most part pretty consistent. The 1% lows aren't completely brutal. They can get to that sometimes, but it's very rare. It's not going to be a game ruining experience. 1080p of course is completely out of the question. The performance just isn't there for it, and this chip is really starting to show its age when it comes to that. It was never a strong performer, but even in these more modern light games, it just can't really keep up at 1080p. But 720p is still strong enough that you can get away with playing like this. One thing to note though is that you can squeeze out a little bit more performance if you're willing to mess around with the resolution scaling. By dropping down the resolution scaling to 80%, you actually can manage to squeeze out enough performance to get a relatively consistent 60 FPS average. It obviously will dip sometimes, and you will see that the 1% lows are, in the 30 range. Sometimes there will be an occasional stutter here and there, but for the most part, the game is just so smooth like this that I would recommend just taking the resolution hit. You're already dropping down to 720p. What is dropping that a little bit more gonna do if it gives you a way more consistent gaming experience? So I would say that this is the optimal way of playing Genshin Impact on the AMD Athlon 200GE.